Wyndham was a photographer. He went to a quiet desert to take pictures of a solar eclipse. After it ended, he packed up, ready to go home. But then, he saw a little boy, alone and crying. The boy looked lost. Wyndham walked over to help, but the boy said nothing. He just ran. Then, the boy laughed and ran even faster. Wyndham was shocked. He chased after him, but the boy disappeared. Wyndham stopped and looked around and realized he was lost too. The desert was empty. No people, no sounds, no car in sight. He was stuck. And then it got dark. Suddenly he heard a sound, faint, soft, far away. Wyndham followed it until he found a hole in the ground. Inside, he saw a small house. A woman stood outside, alone, humming quietly. A wooden ladder led down into what looked like a hidden home. He carefully climbed down, not knowing what he'd find. At the bottom, he knocked on the door, hoping someone would answer, but no one did. It was quiet. Too quiet. Wyndham stepped inside. There was a woman named Alina. She didn't look shocked to see a stranger. She just kept doing what she was doing, calm and silent. Wyndham explained everything. How he got lost, how the eclipse went, how the boy had fooled him. Instead of saying much, Alina gave him food. Then, finally, she told him it was late and he should sleep. So Wyndham did. That night, both of them rested in that strange underground house. Alina changed into her sleep clothes like it was just a normal day, while Wyndham lay there, unsure of what tomorrow would bring. The next morning, Wyndham woke up early. Alina was still sleeping. Quietly, he gathered his things and left a little money as thanks. But when he reached the exit, the ladder was gone. He looked around. High mountains surrounded him, and there was no way up. Panic crept in. When Alina finally woke, he asked her where the ladder went. She just said she didn't know, and added that sometimes it comes back. Wyndham asked if anyone else lived there, but she didn't answer. Just silence again. Strange silence. With nothing else to do, he waited. He took photos of the desert to pass time. The day ended. Still no ladder. He tried to climb the mountain walls, but the heat was intense and the ground was rough. It was too risky. He gave up and spent another night stuck. The next morning, he was ready to try again. He grabbed a cloth and a hammer from Alina's house, hoping they'd help him climb out. He was almost at the top, but suddenly, a dead bird dropped right next to him, thrown by someone he couldn't see. Someone was watching. Wyndham lost his grip and fell hard back to the ground. The hit knocked him out cold. He lay there, completely still. All day. When night came, he finally woke up. But the pain was terrible. The hammer had gone straight through his foot. He screamed, loud. Alina heard him and came running. She pulled the hammer out, gently, and wrapped his foot in a cloth she made herself. She stayed calm, even though the moment was awful. Wyndham was hurt, stuck, and now had to stay in this strange desert place for 2 more days. He had no choice. He couldn't walk out even if he wanted to. His life was now tangled with this odd place and its people. After 2 days, Wyndham felt desperate to escape, but the ladder he needed was still gone, just like before. Nothing had changed. Frustrated and fed up, he yelled for help. He screamed into the open sky, hoping someone would hear. Then, he stormed inside, grabbed Alina, and brought her outside. He asked who she was and why she was keeping him there. Alina looked frightened, but instead of yelling back, she stayed calm, offered food, and tried to comfort him. Wyndham didn't want food. He didn't want comfort. He wanted to go home. As she moved closer to help, Wyndham stepped away. Right then, a group of boys appeared. They said they had heard him shouting and asked what he needed. Wyndham was surprised but hopeful. He told them he just needed a rope to climb out. The boys nodded and said they'd come back. Time passed and they returned with a rope. They told Wyndham to tie it tightly around himself. He did, carefully. Then they pulled him up. It felt like he was finally getting out, but halfway up, they stopped. Then they started swinging him side to side. They were messing with him, laughing, mocking. Wyndham begged them to stop, but they didn't listen. Suddenly he slammed into the rocky wall, and everything went black. When he opened his eyes again, he was back on Alina's bed, just like before. It felt like a loop he couldn't escape. He tried to get up, but fell again. His body couldn't keep up. Alina came over, calm as always. She told him, "Getting out isn't that easy." Her words stuck in his head. He didn't want to believe it, but deep inside, he started to feel it was true. He was stuck, for real. Time passed. Wyndham slowly began to listen to her more. She didn't talk much, but she was always there. Days turned into routines, and eventually, they lived together like husband and wife. Quiet, simple, almost normal. The same boys who once tricked him now brought supplies, food, water, and other things. They came regularly. It was strange, like they'd changed overnight. Alina took care of everything. She cooked, cleaned, washed, made life easier for both of them. Wyndham tried to feel better by growing a garden. He found a patch of dry dirt, and somehow made it work. Green leaves started to show, in the middle of nowhere. But even with a home, food, and quiet, something inside him still burned, a tiny, strong wish to be free. It never left him. One day, they got alcohol in their supplies. Wyndham drank too much, maybe to forget, maybe to feel something else. That night, he felt a strong pull toward Alina. They did the dirty that night, but the next morning, nothing had changed. He was still in the desert, still stuck, still trapped with strange people and no exit. Then, a small spark of hope. One of the boys came to him and asked if Wyndham could teach him how to take pictures, how to learn things. Wyndham saw a chance, a reason to move forward. He said yes. He told the boy he'd teach him everything, but only if they could leave this place first. They could build a new life, learn together, like a team. The boy paused, then said something Wyndham didn't want to hear. "I don't know if I can help you get out." The boy looked around nervously and whispered, "I can only help when my friends are asleep or gone, but I'll try, I promise." That promise didn't last long. Before Wyndham could even reply, one of the boy's friends caught them talking. Just like that, the boy was dragged away, and so was Wyndham's only shot at escape. When he got back, Alina was waiting, with news that changed everything. She was pregnant. Wyndham didn't know what to say. Their strange, silent relationship just got a lot heavier. Time, which once felt like an enemy, now dragged on, painfully slow. The boy never came back. Then came the night. A haunting sound echoed from the cliffs, singing. Distant, eerie. Alina listened, pale and shaking. She said the boys were doing one of their old ceremonies. When the sun rose, Wyndham found Alina sobbing. He stepped outside and saw it, the boy who once gave him hope, hanging against the mountain wall, dead, killed by the same twisted ritual he couldn't escape. Alina broke. She screamed, cried, then turned her pain toward Wyndham. She blamed him for the boy's death, for her unborn child's curse. She picked up a wooden plank and struck him, hard. Wyndham collapsed. Then she locked him in a metal cage. 9 months, 9 long months, she kept him barely alive. Just enough food, just enough water. No freedom, just dirt, rust, and silence. But hope doesn't die easy. One day, a girl found him, young, innocent. Her eyes went wide when she saw Wyndham caged like an animal. He begged for help. She ran. Then, horror. The same boys who once messed with him caught the girl. Right in front of Wyndham, they killed her. Now he knew. This place wasn't strange. It was evil. Days blurred together. The walls had ancient drawings, tribal figures, blood, rituals. As Alina's baby got closer to being born, Wyndham begged her to let him out. "I can help you. I'm not your enemy." But she refused. "I've done this before. I don't need you," she said. Wyndham broke down. "Then kill me or set me free. But stop this." No answer. Just silence. She walked away. Then, she came back. Different. Sweating. Scared. She opened the cage. "I need your help." Wyndham could barely stand. His muscles had shrunk, but he got up anyway. Outside, he saw something. A ladder, right there, waiting, but he didn't take it. He chose to help Alina, instead of saving himself. That day, she gave birth. A baby girl. For a moment, just one. The desert didn't feel so cruel. There was peace, hope, a reason. But it didn't last. The boys came down again. This time, quiet, Serious, no games, no taunts. They walked up to Wyndham and cut his throat. His blood sank into the dry sand, into the same ground he had begged to leave. Wyndham didn't escape. He died there, in the place that never let go. She only wanted his seed. He was no longer needed.